Welcome to episode 11 of the Irish Fitness Podcast, sponsored by Buckfast, the world's premium tonic wine. It will cure all that ails you. I'm drinking it for about 25 years now, and I feel absolutely amazing. Great for things like glandular fever and arthritis and whatnot. So if you're looking to supplement your diet, lads, get a bit of Buckfast up in you. So, lads, how are we doing?
Who we got? Introduce everyone.
I'm going to introduce everyone. So, on my right, we have Mr. Kevin Claxton, John Brady. We have Maurice Welch, we have Michael Welch, we have Fred the Red, and we have Mr. Alan Burnell. So, we have everyone here. We got a full house today, folks. And we're going to try and cover as much as we can of the CrossFit year in 2019. And we're going to try and have a little bit of a laugh while we're doing it. So, boys, how are you doing? How's things? Speak up there, Kev. I can't hear you.
Not bad.
Not bad, lads. We just finished the workout, lads, for Jacob as well, didn't we? A tribute workout. What did you think of that, boys? Tough old workout so far.
Good workout,
yeah.
Good to see Kev's weaknesses exposed.
Yeah. I think, is Kev, you finished?
Singles.
Listen.
It's up.
I'd like to say, on behalf of Michael Walsh and his whole family, his family of 28, thanks very much for his GoFundMe page that was set up for his 18-week Australian holiday for the one-day competition. Well done. Well done. Thanks very much.
How much did you sponsor me again, Kev? Cheers, mate. Cheers, mate.
Did you enjoy yourself? Did you enjoy yourself?
It was a great time. And again, everybody that helped me go and everybody did sponsor me. Thank you very much. It was
Congratulations, make fair play to you, boy.
and nobody that I'm sitting here with travelled for 6 hours. 6 hours to get down here and not one bean.
Cheers
to Mick. Cheers.
Get a show of hands. Who actually gave him a few pounds?
Not me.
Hey, I bought your t-shirt.
Tom did buy me a t-shirt, yeah.
I bought the t-shirt. I displayed
I'd
it.
actually like to know why Kev didn't buy a t-shirt. He told me one time, but I can't go into it on live, obviously.
I only work in euro, not sterling.
That wasn't what you told me.
We won't go into that. I don't need euro, not sterling. So look, we have to be serious here.
Did you buy him one of his t-shirts?
I actually did.
Did you? Hey.
But unfortunately, they have no smalls.
Where is it?
They have no smalls left.
My friend.
Look, we're here now. It's
But
not
no,
the money, it's the principle. He's loaded.
The workout we done was good, and it's always good to pay respects.
Where's the t-shirt?
So?
No, my one.
It doesn't fit. It's too big.
Wear my own brand.
It's too big.
It's not a bit weird talking into
It is very weird.
It's weird. I actually feel like I'm talking to a larger version
We're
of
actually
Michael
trying to
Walsh.
raise some money, lads.
Louis came. Louis McAllister. Louis, I thought you weren't coming. Louis.
Is that Louis McMaster?
Louis McMaster, who changed his name. His real name is McAllister, and he
His
changed
wife's
his
name
name.
is Louis McAllister as well.
They all changed their name so that he would be the best master in the country. And he's not on steroids.
Hey.
Only Michael Walsh on
We're not
steroids.
talking about steroids.
We can't talk about steroids.
Big stay on the steroids.
We're not talking about steroids. We're not talking about cheating. We're not talking about the Celtic series. We're not talking about
142 kilos.
Give him the mic. I remember it was 142 days to Christmas. Oh my God. I was excited about it. Right, come on, we're going to do Bernal. You announce this stuff. We do
That's
it
something
properly.
that you would like to say as well, because always on your posts at about before the summertime, it's like, right, lads, it's only 37 weeks to Christmas. You better start training now.
Get the money in.
Yeah, that's it.
Do you find your branding, as in, I'd rather be fit than fat, do you feel that's working for you?
I feel, personally for me, it works with my immaculate mobility and fitness level. It really works on me.
But did you get members in?
Yeah, of course.
I don't know how you get away.
Real people, real results.
I wouldn't have any members.
Real people, real results. The way it happens is I just don't do a lot of classes anymore in my gym. Aaron does them, and Janine and Mark. Maybe I was pushed out.
You
But
changed the bins.
I just changed the bins now. I paint the gym and clean the
a coup or
jacks.
that like that where they just said, right, we don't want Kev on the floor anymore? Or
What's a
just-
coup?
A coup means that there is an uprising against you. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
So
definitely
lack of
against me
confidence.
and behind my back 100%. Yeah,
you
defo.
got impeached like Trump.
Yeah, well, I'm happy. I'm happy with it. Like, it's fine. It's a young person's game now, as Bernal knows.
Here's the not doing classes anymore.
This is it. Here's the just enjoying Christmas, moving on, spending time with your mates at Christmas, and enjoying yourself.
Were you on last night, Kev?
No, it wasn't there last night, but
Night before?
was it night before? Had a good night. I got home yesterday. That was great. I have zero responsibilities. I'll probably look back at this video when I do eventually have a boyfriend or girlfriend and say, I shouldn't have been the big man on the video saying I was out all night. But I was. Fuck it. I've no one to answer to. Michael Walsh has 75 kids. 75 kids.
75
That's a lot of socks to put on feet. I mean, that's
And there's
750
70.
toes.
There's 74 of them that are fitter than you.
74 of them are probably taller than their father.
That's very true. That
And
wouldn't be hard.
Tilly, poor wee
That wouldn't
Tilly. Look, we have to be serious. I'm not messing all day. We're going to be serious. But Neil, you can announce the stuff we're talking about and we'll be serious, right?
Not my podcast.
I know, but your writing's lovely. Let's do it.
Shout it out there.
My writing's lovely.
I'm going to have a little break here.
Have a little break, have a biscuit, kid. Chill out for a minute.
So what are we doing, guys? We're doing the year in review.
Year in review. The cross.
Are we being serious some ways? And we can throw in a few crack.
I'll throw in the...
Right, pull a cracker there, boys.
Hang on. Tom.
Right, let's do it,
It's the only thing you pull, Brady.
1, 2, 3.
I love the
You got it, you got it.
or formaldehyde.
What do we have, buddy?
Hang on.
Give Brady the mic. Subtitles.
Put the hat on.
Doing an open, like we've all learned from doing the first open, I'm crap at this, now I got to improve it for the next time that it comes. So that's what we found the guys are happy with this year. That's where we kind of knocked the, and what happened was my very first open that I ran in the gym, whatever you want, come on back in. I have a couple of different packages, I have a package there that people kind of come Monday, Wednesday and Friday. That's their 3 classes. If I'm doing the open all Friday night, and I'm going to allow them to do it again Monday, for some members that aren't signed up, that's 2 of their classes gone. A week. And that's
Doing a
8
10-minute
classes.
walkout.
Yeah, that's 8 classes a month gone from them timetable out of their 12 class package. So they're losing that. So that's why it's one and done. Everyone's happy. It's actually really worked well. You guys, you were saying about, if Shane gets to do it because he's top 10 or Alan gets to do it. We had a kid, 2 years, was it, Tom? We came down, we did the online qualifiers here actually. We pushed the kid to get there because he ended up finishing 52nd in the world after the Open. So, but looking back at it, he did it 3 times every weekend, kind of like yourself. And he was fucked come to Wednesday, and then he's trying to recover, and then go at the same plan again. Mentally.
It's the body.
Yeah, he's 15 years of age, so I'm trying to go as hard as he can. So, yeah, the Open.
Hindsight is 2020.
Yeah, it is. As you get a bit older then as well, it's like, well, you try not have to hit him too many
I don't
times.
do it
anymore.
No.
Yeah, right.
No.
This time next year you will be learning.
Here's the thing for me as well, from an affiliate owner is, and this is kind of where it's like a disease. You know.
What kind of disease is that now?
It's where
Would he?
see when you're in coaching.
If it's a disease, Buckfast will cure it, folks.
I don't believe
just
in
to
that. I
tell
don't
you.
believe in that disease. It's like see when you're coaching classes and you're in the
Okay.
when you're coaching classes and you're in classes, you have 16 people in. I could say this about all my members, and I'm talking to them, and could be like little Jimmy or somebody's been there 4 years. You'll know what they lift. You'll know their gymnastic volume. You'll know their weights. You'll know everything. You'll know nearly everything about it. So then you're nearly taking it away from them to say, look, I understand how you feel. But you're going to make the difference of 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 reps, which is just not worth the toll for 20 minutes of what you're about to do.
If you're a good affiliate owner, you know every one of your members.
Lunges.
Louis takes juice.
Every one of your
Louis takes juice.
But Al, do you think that's a problem? So this
Louis
is something you
Juice
said there now, right? You said that the Open is a shit time for an affiliate owner. It's just
stressful time, yeah.
stressful, not a shit, stressful.
a lot better now.
A lot better, but do you, this goes back to what I was talking about
Louis
before.
McJuicer.
Is behind closed doors, have we created that mess? That's the problem. Like, this is what I feel as if, like, people are watching these people behind closed door, and then you go to a Wednesday, and then you'll see these videos come. I'm not saying it's going to change, but what I mean is there needs to be more. So, like, I'll go back to what you were wanting to talk about here in one. It was the
Yeah, let's get on this.
19.5 was a live announcement in Dublin,
We can't do this for every open workout.
but 19.5.
Collectively, it's a kind of.
Yeah, so 19.5 was an open announcement in Ireland,
Yeah.
which helped massively. And
You think that's the way they should do all
so
of them?
I understand that 2020 and the sanctional event was going, they fell through 150 and they had to be. I don't get it, and I'd love to. Like, I'm not criticizing. I do not get it why they go to America to do a live announcement for the full 150.
I think it's the money, lads. I think
That's
there's
fair enough,
way more
and
money
that's
over
okay.
in America than there is here.
Do you think so?
I think that Darina and Jamie did a great job with doing all that kind of stuff.
Oh no, it's
But
great.
I would imagine that it costs some load of money with the TV and all that kind of stuff.
So
and I think there's more money in America to do that kind of stuff. We're a little small island.
I know we are, but again,
say it's harder over here.
if we're going to get to where we want, like, so we are a small island. But I would say when you're looking at spectators coming to a live announcement here, like what was in it last year? There's 19.5, full house. Oh yeah. So like, and then
It emptied when we started working.
well, that's
Well, we started.
any wonder. Kev was there for about 40 minutes.
How was that though for you guys?
I really, it was well.
Like yourself, the two of you, how
Well,
do you feel getting up in front of the
No, don't start messing. You beat me, and it's fine. Okay, I have to live with that
What
forever.
I'm saying is that going out there is what.
It's brilliant.
Yeah.
The only issue I had, and it might sound stupid, is it was too late.
Oh no,
It's 3 in the morning. Like for like Jesus Christ.
That's kind of the nature.
I
of the
wonder
beast,
would
though.
there be a way to do that the next day?
And I
I do agree
was
with
shy.
you the next day, but that's the nature of the beast. If we're going to talk that we want it to happen, then it has to happen at that time, because that's the time it's announced. You have to go live. It has to be.
yeah, it was.
So like again, it
was
was nothing
amazing.
against
Everyone
it.
was lovely.
I understand the money side of things. You want to drill the money, and you want to go to America to do these things. I think just.
Same with UFC. It's always in America. Yeah.
But I do.
Lads, at that hour of the morning.
I do, and I'm not saying Filthy 150. I'm not saying Filthy
No, it's just
150
hard.
take this on.
I was there, yeah, and I was falling asleep standing there.
But like, I'm not saying Filthy 150 have to do this. But what I'm saying is, like, and I'm not saying it has to be a live announcement. But I feel as if to get the sport out there more locally, and I'm talking about the whole of Ireland. I know,
We can do
like,
our own
the
live
North.
announcement.
That's what I'm saying. Even if that's going to be on a Monday.
Do that next year, lads.
See what
Do
you're.
your own online live Facebook stream
Yeah.
announcement.
See what you're talking about on a Monday, right? So say for instance, Mickey and PD and them guys were all saying we do a dry run, we do it Monday, right? Okay. Every Monday, first week's going to be Portlaoise.
Yeah.
The live. This is what's going to happen on the Monday at 6 o'clock. The top 10 from last year are going to come and. I know it's hard.
Is that not stressful enough already for them? Like,
I think, lads, I'd love that to happen. And
It won't happen. It won't happen.
But it just can't.
No, I can't.
People are going to take advantage of the rules, and the rules are you can do whatever you want in an affiliate.
Yeah.
yeah, I know.
You
Like,
can have whoever you want judge it as long as they have a judging certificate, and that's the way people are going to
I
do
just
it.
think that
In
the
an
whole.
ideal world, to be fair, that would be the way to do it. But to ask the top boys
you
to
look
do
at
that.
Logistics.
PD for 20.5 went in at 10:15
Yeah.
on the Monday night just to
get a
get
certain score.
a
Did
little bit more.
How many times did he
This
do
was
it?
his
But
third time
but
doing
he
it.
should have done that because he was going to qualify.
Listen, it's a different level, guys.
Yeah.
That's why I'm-
Oh, yeah,
that's-
yeah, yeah.
And this is what I'm saying,
Yeah,
going back to
yeah.
first straight away what we talked
Grab
about.
that mic there.
Yeah.
Top 10, 15 people, guys.
I'm seeing.
That's it.
The fact that we're
Yeah, I
actually
agree.
wasting our time talking about other people
Yeah.
repeating it
Yeah.
and members repeating it, no one should be repeating it
I agree.
unless you're going somewhere. Back in the day, like it's a long time now, but like when Chris was at it, there was such a good. When,
Here we go.
Oh God, he ruins everything. Oh, I really like him, and I listen to him. I remember now. I remember. The lads are going to give you dog abuse over this now. I'm after telling you now it's going to happen.
I'm only messing.
okay, we'll talk about some. Let's talk about subject A. Chris,
Don't make me nervous.
when you have a
glory
chance,
days.
when you have a chance
Chris
of
is
doing
brilliant.
something,
Chris was brilliant.
when you have a chance,
Chris Simmons, brilliant, brilliant.
when you have a chance, you're going to do it as many times as you like.
Of course.
When you legitimate chance,
yeah.
PD has a legitimate chance. Sam has a legitimate.
Yeah. Actually, in fairness to Sam knew he couldn't qualify, and he kind of just enjoyed it and chilled out.
So like, so
He didn't
again,
go at it.
I don't think doing it every 5 weeks would be a beneficial thing. But like when you see and sit down with these people that have a chance, and you sit down and watch them, and they basically on a workout for like thrusters and chest bar pull-ups, they write on the board to the second of where they're going to be, and you watch that unfold. It's
Amazing.
You then understand of and CrossFit. It's absolutely
PD's
insane.
Remember, PD got penalised on his final workout, and he sent out the video to a few people to look at and say, "Listen, can you find those no reps, whatever they, because they give him 2 no reps."
Yeah.
But he did get a couple of no reps in the workout that were counted and everything like that. But he was like clinical
Oh, yeah.
to where
He's
he
a
was
mute.
starting
He's
every
mute.
single spot.
That's why I think even every open, if you get these people, I don't know how this works out but if you get these people and say like spread out, one workout is going to be, even before you know what it is, one workout per open is going to be somewhere on a Monday at a certain time. You put these things in place, at least they know these things are going to happen. And to be honest, it doesn't make a blind bit of difference. The cream, as you say, will always come
Even
to
when
the
this
top.
shit happened,
It
even
will,
as
yes.
the lads were getting stressed out of their
It'll
minds.
You know what I'd love
Even
to
all
see,
that
lads,
shit
right?
happened, I
If
still
there's
said-
going to be a national champion, right? If there's going to be yeah, his legs folded up around his fucking shoulder.
Louis likes it like that.
That's called the Amazon.
Hey, Louis likes it like that.
That's called the Amazon.
If there's going to be if there's going to be a national champion, they should have a national competition, right?
Yeah.
You know, I'm not saying it's going to be the IFC or whatever, but there should be some kind of a live qualification process rather than send a national champion, whatever it is.
See-
That's what I think.
see,
I think
genuinely-
it should be getting together over 3 days, and even if it's fucking doing all 5 of the open workouts over the 3 days,
what
then
does
it
that
should be in
prove,
that
though? What are
measure.
we proving? What are we
It proves that, right? It proves that the person obviously has the capability.
Their own clothes anymore, no?
They obviously have the capability of doing what they're supposed to do, and there's no question about the judging, because we can all go there and view it, we can all see it, and we can all see if Jimmy or Sarah or whoever it is able to do what they said they're doing in the gym. Now, I'm not throwing light on or shade on any of the lads' performance or anything like that, but I would love to see every video of every workout of our national champions. That's what I'd love to see.
Yeah, here's a
With their score.
Yeah, that's even better, Morris. Yeah, even better.
They do
Yeah,
that.
they can, but not everyone.
here's
Because they don't have to. They don't
Here's-
have to.
here's
They
a-
pay
here's a
the
difference.
license And you're an affiliate owner, and you can do that.
see what see the difference is.
Tyke did it this year.
Tyke, yeah, shout out to Tyke. He
here-
uploaded all the videos and he don't give a fuck because he knows he can stand behind his reps and stuff, so he did it.
Here's the difference. The
He
difference
also
on that.
uploaded all his videos because his first workout was shit.
Here's the difference though too on that as well, Tom. This
could be
is
as well.
this is a massive thing, and this is a thing that I have with the Open myself personally, right? So what are we testing overall? What are we testing? Fitness. No, we're not. Because here's my gripe with that, right? You're not testing fitness. One of the biggest factors, and something that they do more than anything else at the CrossFit Games, they do it more than anything else. What is it? What is it?
Running.
Running. There will never be a run in the Open. So what on your point, when it comes to a live competition, more than likely the tests are going to be so different that the results could be so different.
That's why guys.
That's-
like,
do you know what I'm saying?
Look at Fikowski,
Yeah.
not
you
in
could
his
see
lifetime will he win an Open.
Yeah.
Not
So-
in his lifetime.
good
But he'll win
example
about
of
5
that.
sanctionals.
A good example of that over the weekend, that Greek guy that always does well in
Oh
the
my
Open.
God! see that?
He had a nightmare
25th?
at Dubai. Yeah, and that's not to say he's not a great athlete,
What,
but
he was the Open.
Fourth, third, or third.
fourth, I think
Left
fourth in the
Kenneth
Open
did this.
2 years in a
He won
row.
2 Opens. He won 2 workouts.
Yeah.
He had some minor
No,
penalties
there's
as well.
there's a lot of gripe around that as
Yeah,
well.
there
The
is.
Short
measurements.
arm. He's one arm longer than the other.
And again, nothing against that. He's legit. He's posted all his videos,
Yeah.
so he's clearly.
Alan
legit.
Burnell has
But-
issue with people
So
with
that's
weird
what I'm
limbs.
saying. Like here's my whole thing with
Anti-disability.
And if people didn't see that action, it was one arm longer than the other. Right, are we getting back on topic here?
So, yeah,
can
we'll
we
go
get on
back.
topic?
We'll move
Right.
on from this, we'll move
Summer comes, so we move on. Right, so Emma McQuaid's an animal. There's no one in Ireland that can keep up with her.
There's a bottle opener.
Mikey Smith is brilliant. There's loads of lads that are brilliant. We need more Emma McQuaids in the country to make every female
Who's the
better. In my
closest woman
opinion.
to Emma McQuaid right now?
No one.
Can I be
Amanda
honest? I
Cummins.
don't see any
but she's not
I don't
zero.
see I don't see any female.
No.
I've worked around like, and you've been around and everything else, and there's one name I'm going to throw in the hat, and there's a conversation I've had with this person. The only reason I'll say she's close, and when I say she's close, she's nowhere near. There is 0 people close to Emma, and this is 0 to do with how I get on and else, because see that mentality that you just see that you're nearly sometimes in a competition when she's there, you feel to speak there, because she's so, like, she's a lot different now and a lot more relaxed. But I mean, I have not seen a female in this country that has the mentality there. Females in this country worry too much, I'm not including her in this, about other females. And that's a massive problem.
Oh yeah, I agree with
They
you.
won't do competitions because, like, for instance, say me and Kev were like, oh, Kev could beat me in this workout. That's not what CrossFit is. It's about a weekend of a competition. It's about 10, 12 workouts. Whereas I don't see anybody with the same mentality. The lads speak for themselves. There's like 10.
Loads, yeah.
Do you know? And they have a mentality.
Not even 10,
Well,
maybe,
you know what I mean.
Well,
But there's-
Army's
there's-
gone.
there's-
Army's in Afghanistan.
But I mean,
It's 5.
well, that's what I'm talking about.
Army's
But
doing
even,
sanctionals army against postmen and butchers.
but I believe you'll see
Well done, big
more
man,
coming
Army.
through.
Well
I believe you'll see more men.
It's army, big man army.
So
big
I
man.
had one conversation. This was going back in 2018. We ran an individual competition in my gym, and it's the first time I met this person. Still, again, close to Emma, nowhere near, but mentality-wise, definitely has it. Is Cara Mulligan. For me,
Oh, very good.
I'm without saying,
Is that she's an 80-20 athlete,
Yeah,
is she?
Oh, yeah, she got married.
What age is she? 18?
Only, yeah.
no, she's more than
She's
that now.
25 or something. She got married, didn't she? A few weeks ago?
Child bride.
Yeah, she got married. Yeah, nice. What? What did he say? What did he say?
Child bride.
Ah, for We have to edit this shit.
So like,
the camera, you're not
No shouting. I'm not having anything to do with that. Child or toy? But we moving down the topic. Summer comps, IFC.
There's no
Proms
post-production
comp.
on this,
Brilliant comp.
podcast.
I was outside. There was
The budget on this podcast is pretty low.
Shane, edit this.
so you're Louis McMaster, master done the competition.
Yeah.
It was running wad.
Oh yeah.
There was like 3 1-mile runs, and I think she ran each 1 mile in like 6 minutes 30.
Who's this now?
Cara
Cara,
Milligan.
oh, animal.
So she was finished and she was watching the people come in, and she was just standing outside the door and chat. She says, "Oh, what's the plan?" She says, "Get to
How
the
old
gate."
is she for the record?
I'm not 100% sure.
Good shit. Get the what? You said what the
I just says, "What's the plans in the future and stuff?" You're really fit. She says, "Get to the games," just like that.
done. In the
And like
head.
that's
it. Brilliant.
And do you know what? People can then go away and say, "Not wise," but see, just whenever I seen that,
Consumed.
yeah. And she's young.
Oh, yeah.
You know, and this is so I have never met again. I just feel females in this country just worry too much about what other people think of what I do,
Yeah, you're
and
right.
that's just how I feel about
That's why it's
it.
hard to get RX females into comps. When you say scaled and intermediate and they're all coming up on their bras and their G-strings. Sick of it. Don't edit that. Tell them all. Don't be wearing those bras and G-strings. Show some respect for yourself. Now, next one. Summer comps, IFC, Tom Dunphy's. Amazing. What a comp.
Who's competing? Who's judging?
Not me. I'm
Who's
done with that
viewing?
shit. I am not into getting whipped.
I have a
anymore.
question.
No, I'm not judging.
Is the Masters 3 days or 1?
That is dependent on who's entering, Mick, right? This is my opinion on that. I would love to do a 3-day one, but do we have the people willing to do it? Yeah. You're willing to do it. Louis willing to do it. A couple other fellas.
I'll come
But
back if you do too.
are we sacrificing the division for the sake of doing 3 days? That's what I'm worried about.
As in, oh, do you want to do it again? Type? Oh,
Yeah, because like 3 or 4 of you will do it,
Yeah.
and you'd love to do it, and you do well. But if I offer a 3-day for the Masters, am I wiping out all the rest of the boys that want to compete for 1 day? They have fucking kids, they're not running gyms, they have a 9 to 5, all that kind of stuff.
What about 2 days?
That's my
That
2
change
days.
anything?
Yeah,
This is what I do.
2 days is possible. Yeah.
Let Billy Bleeding Protestant balls there and Louis Mac Bleeding Muppet Head do the RX with the RX boys.
Yeah.
Would give you a subcategory. That would be an option. What's that mean? So, say if the boys are in and they do the exact same workouts as the lads, but I put them on a separate board.
So that's what I said before. I would gladly enter both if I could score for both.
That's when he was up to his neck in gear. You wouldn't do it now. You wouldn't be doing. See him snatching today. He's snatching today.
What did you snatch? Hold on. Hold on.
I snatched 85.
We'll go back to this
He snatched
conversation with
90,
this snatch.
and it was difficult to watch.
Yeah.
Kev,
Cue the footage.
Cue the footage.
Cue the
Kev
footage.
went from 85, right? He got the 80.
Can I do a commentary?
He got the 85. He missed the 90, went to 95. Missed the 95, went to 100.
No.
Missed the 100, and then went to 101.
So-
I missed the 101 as well. And bicep curl every bar.
So here's the problem. He went to 90, missed the 90 because it was too light.
Yes.
Missed 95.
It was even lighter. Put 100 on that.
I think it did go above his nose in the pull. And then went
it was too
to
light?
100 because it was too light. And then we went on to do a power clean, and he finished with 90. Work that out.
I power cleaned 110, inject 110.
No, that was
You went
110.
115.
It was 90.
It was 110.
It was 90.
And it was
90
too
kilos.
light.
It's 90 kilos.
I bicep curl 120. I'm not into that shit. Next, Rising Stars.
So yeah, I don't know.
Who was the Rising Stars?
Cara Milligan.
Cara Milligan's brilliant. Yeah.
Definitely, for sure.
Any of the lads?
I think
A few of the
Amanda?
Amanda's great. Amanda's great.
Amanda has to get a shout out here because, like, Amanda, I know.
I don't know her
Amanda
that much.
really well. She works a full-time job.
That says a lot too. Emma,
You know, like,
well looked
there-
after.
you've got all these people that are, they're basically full-time athletes.
Yeah.
Like, Amanda is a manager in the Little around the corner from where I live. She's there working till, I don't know, like, I often go in at 8 o'clock in the evening. She's there. She's working. You know, like, she probably trains, like myself, I'm training for an hour, hour and a half a day. And that's it. And I'm up at 6:30, 7 in the morning going to work. Like, she represents the Joe Soap athlete, like myself
So-
and a million other people.
Here's
for me.
here's a mentality thing that I don't understand. Again, we're taking Emma out of the conversation here. Yeah. She's not in this conversation. We're not talking about it.
Yeah.
Here's what I do not understand about this island and about females. Right?
Never!
There is a there.
island.
But because we're so small, like we're so small compared to everywhere else.
Before Michael continues on with the conversation, Michael
See
has
yourself.
Michael has 2 passports. One is Irish, one is English.
But that's not my fault for the country not knowing what the fuck they're doing, and they're allowing me to have 2 passports.
As soon as the Open, you tell the fucking truth. As soon as CrossFit said, look, we're doing this new format, you can qualify through your country and all the shit. Him, Mikey Smith, Emma, second passport.
No, and here, I'll be honest. I don't even know you could change all that. But right, we'll go back to the Rising Stars. Okay.
I have pictures.
I'm
of
actually
you
more
with English
Irish
flags.
than this man.
Just have English flags and pictures and Instagram. Alan, get me my phone. Alan, get me my phone. Alan, we've gone there. Get me my phone.
Who's your man with the Instagram? That's the whistleblower. Who's this fella?
Yeah, who is the whistleblower?
Everyone's saying Claxton.
I say it to their face.
He don't like the Brits anyway. Irish
I say it to their face.
whistleblower.
Ready, Mick?
Yeah. So
Shout out to the whistleblower.
right, here's my point about the Rising Stars. I don't understand. This is what I don't understand. So like for me,
What is it? Don't do that. He has spots on his back and steroids. Don't do that. You'll burst them. You'll burst the spots on his back.
so for me personally, right? So whenever I started CrossFit, the one thing that I would say that you can't complain about for me is the mentality. I'll work hard every day, do what I have to do. I just see. Again, we're taking him out of this. A massive weakness in people's mentality. I feel as if there's a massive opportunity for females in this country to be recognised in the sport of CrossFit for being good CrossFitters that they're not taking. And what is it? It's waking up in the morning. Every time you train, whether you do a class or you're doing your own stuff, do as much as possible. Do as much as possible to make you better. Like hit the machines, do your cardio, do all those things, but it doesn't happen. Like all the men, for instance, will talk about, they keep coming up because they're doing the work.
Yeah, they're putting it in.
I just, and I'm not saying females aren't doing the work. I just don't think they're thinking that they can do.
Yeah, they're probably doing the work in the gym, but they're not putting themselves out there to be seen that they're working hard. Yeah, I agree. Right, what's next? Powerful Invitational. Great friend of Alan Burnell's there. Powerful Invitational, Al. Do you want to talk about that?
There, you were there.
It looked like a.
Who was at the Powerful?
I was at the
there.
Powerful, yeah. It was good.
I wasn't competing, I was there.
Was it one day?
It was 2 days. 1 day. It was 2 days. wasn't it?
2 days.
Oh, Masters one day.
Was in Blanche. That was in there.
Yeah, great arena, great equipment.
The floor was great in there.
Just the atmosphere needs to be a bit more. But like,
I think was that the Powerful first time to go big.
yeah,
Yes.
Yeah, because we had done it a couple of times when David did it in the gym. And
always
that
a good
atmosphere
atmosphere,
was
It's daunting, boys. It's
brilliant.
daunting going to a big unit.
Yeah, it's
If you're not used to it.
like and fair play, like it has to.
What do you
evolve,
think,
it has to
boys,
expand.
about, and I think a couple of competitions did it this year, everyone starts on different workouts.
Captain James.
A few of them did it. So you start on workout A, you start on workout B. Do you think it's a different competition then, or is it the same?
I don't know if we have the attendance for it. Like, look at Dubai. With 4 people at it.
I know. I think what we should be doing. Sorry,
Do you know what I'm saying? Say if the first workout was really hard, right?
that's the
And
full
you
thing.
got placed on the first workout.
last. No, but I like that because I can say to you, how was it? And you say, and you tell me which way.
yeah,
No, I like
That takes a lot of staff.
I'd be it happened to me in 2014. I went over to England to a competition, and some fellas got put on the clean and jerk first, and other fellas got put on the Metcon first. And I was one of the fellas on the Metcon, and I was bollocks going into the heavy lift then. I was there, fuck this.
So the way around, like,
Yeah, like,
you
I think it's
first
one,
nerves
yeah.
up for lifting, it could be.
See, the program has something to do with that. If you can program
This is
in a
what I was
way
talking.
that like, it's not
yeah.
going to cancel, like a lift and a Metcon, like if you're trying to snatch 100 kilo, cheers.
So here's
I was trying to. It was a 15-minute AMRAP, and then I went straight into a 1 RM clean and jerk, and I was fucked by the time I came to the clean and
Imagine
jerk.
it was like
And I was
pistols
looking at all the
or something,
boys. They
they're
did the clean and jerk first. They were fresh. And then they got to do the AMRAP, and I was there, fuck that now, this is different for me and them. Because they were doing it at the same time as I was doing the clean and jerk, you know what I mean?
I couldn't like that now. But if it's programmed properly, everyone should feel the same.
But I think then if you're going doing different workouts, if you go into something, you're going to feel different to what I feel if I do something different. So that's, and to be
Because
honest,
people have different strengths and
I think when it
weaknesses.
comes to competitions now, it's just a matter of it has to be finished at a certain time.
Yeah.
And that, so like again, what I think should be done more is they should look at the program and test everything. I remember doing a competition up Irway, and it was November, and I don't give the workouts out. We landed down, everybody's doing Murph, and the looks I got. I actually had a person tell me that you can't make me run in the rain, who I responded, they said, do you know what you do? You get in your fucking car and go home. That's like my response, because I was like, you signed up to my competition, you're going to do exactly what I tell you you're going to do. And I don't mean to be cheeky, I just mean that I think people have got comfortable in local competitions, 7-minute workouts, barbell, done. It's fitness. You can
Maybe,
do.
maybe they didn't want to run around England. Maybe they don't like English people. I don't know. Maybe that person has a point.
Were they from south of the border, Mick?
How many passports do they have, Michael?
But that, again, it goes down to the whole thing should be programming. And I think that if you're running like a competition on one day, it's hard to do tests that are going to reflect who is going to be the best overall. I think it's just a test of like maybe quick workouts as such.
3 days is better then.
3 days for me is far better because you can get a workout and like here's the thing for me personally, if you're putting a CrossFit athlete these days into a workout that lasts 20 minutes maybe plus, you will see who is doing the work and who is not.
I think all competition ones are 8 minutes or less.
Yeah, and that's okay. It has a place.
Yeah, there
But,
should be
I
a
mean,
big one,
it's
yeah.
tough. Like there's time domains that people are suited to, and there's time domains people aren't.
And there's like separate workouts that people just don't train.
5 minute
Give me a
warriors
40
and they
minute
destroy
workout any
everyone.
day.
I remember going
Longer
over in the European Championships with Al in January. They released the workouts, and I'm not joking you, right? And I'm serious. I'll say this, and I remember sitting, and I hate thinking like this, and this is the kind of things I hate being negative. But I was sitting in the hotel room, and my wee Bobby was with me, and I'm saying, Jesus, all these WODs are for big people, and I hate having that. But again, this is before I've changed. This is before, like the first WOD before you went
The one we did, yeah.
was all machines, all machines. It was like 2,000
Sorry,
meters.
Michael. Alan qualified first in the master section after that WOD, and then came last in the competition. But we'll continue on with that. Well done now.
But like it was
Attacking the weaknesses, obviously.
Good
So, like-
programming, good programming.
And then
The
so
weakness, seventh.
the first WOD was an endurance test, all machines, and it was how long was it again?
I know it's all this.
2
Look,
points.
he ate that.
39
He ate it.
2.5.
40
He
minutes.
ate it. It was raw.
Sub 40.
So say
Raw
40
ski
minutes, right?
was-
Which is fine, right? Again, you get in the pain cave, but it's a machines. For me, I don't care. Al's going to pull better than me in machine. That's just the way it is.
Yeah,
It's just
yeah,
bigger
yeah.
than this. So you then land there, and it's a 1 rep max snatch. So I thought, right, hit me 100, deal with it, move on.
So you had to do the snatch after the machine.
Oh, the machines you
No,
done
the
at
machines
home,
were the
you do it
qualifier.
before you go.
Machines were the qualifier.
Box, and then you can send it
And I'll never forget them. We were sitting, they announced the next workout. It was the
row.
Yeah.
600 meter row.
600 meter row.
That
and
was
they,
one part. That was one
yeah.
workout.
So this first of all,
Yeah.
they announced it first. 600 meter row, 40 thrusters,
Yeah, that's a midget WOD.
30,
No. It was 80 double unders,
That's a midget.
40 thrusters,
40 thrusters,
Midget.
20 muscle ups.
20 muscles.
20
So
muscle
20
ups,
muscle ups, right?
Midgets.
Then they turn around and say the 600 meter row is
Did you do
scored.
the 20, Mick?
600 meters.
600 meter is scored.
Separate WOD.
Did you do the 20 straight? The
No, I
muscle-ups?
done 12 and then 2 4s, I think. But this is so then the 600 meter was scored. I was like, come on,
Well, hang on.
give me a chance.
Yeah, you did. They got scored separate. If it was together, you would have been fucked.
No, so this is my problem. If it was scored together, I'd have won overall.
Because you're
The
so
row
good.
scored separate.
Because
Now, I
the
still,
thrusters and
here,
the muscles
no.
are dwarfs, yeah.
I came off I'll never ever forget this. I was rowing, right? And the boy,
fucking hurt.
the MC in the mic was right. He was going, and Alan Burnell is on the thrusters. What? And I was like, what the f-?
And hang on, let me guess.
on your
Let me
waist.
guess. Hang on. What happened with the ring muscle-ups?
But here, seriously,
There you
Honestly.
go. There you go. What do you want, Michael?
but here, no.
You're embarrassing my friend.
What I'm saying is,
Knock him out.
the test, whenever you're scoring tests for a competition, instead of putting workouts together, you need to think to say, right, what are you testing?
Yes.
And this is the thing, like, so, and I've changed, but I am not going to beat Alan in a 600 meter row.
No.
I'm not going to beat somebody at 100 kilos in a 600 meter row.
Yeah.
Is that constantly varied though? I don't know if you
This
don't
is what
talk-
I-
you have
this-
to- like, it's not CrossFit.
If it was scored
So,
together, it
the
would have been
scores-
partially varied.
The scores for me on the scores for the first 3 was fine, and that's CrossFit, and I understand that. But what I mean is, then you come off, and I think I won that workout, and they end up overall.
No,
not
but
six-
was there not a Max Hankley in that as well? For 3
No, that
reps
was
or
the year before. So, like, what I'm saying is, if you're scoring workouts for competitions, and outside of sanctionals, who I think so far the programming's been really good. I think the sanctional events. I think when you're even the smaller competitions that are probably doing it to make a bit of money, right? So, like, even I run a competition as well. I sit down and I think about, like, so I take all into and I know you slag about dwarfs and everything else.
But I'm not a power output workout.
Oh, it is.
Like,
it
you're
is.
going to beat me, but like,
You're
No, I
slagging my
understand.
friend, Michael.
this
it
goes
is.
back to Sam Stewart and goes
Would
back
you love
to
a
the lads
would you
working
like
in
a
Europe.
dwarf?
Oh, yeah.
He needs more.
Oh, of course.
English
But that's-
dwarf.
yeah, but I
Willow.
mean,
Willow.
I don't believe that they're sitting down on all them
look at-
tests
hello, Louis.
and doing
Hello,
that.
Louis.
So
Measuring that.
yes, Do you know what I mean? I just
Putting a
think
needle
that
up his
there's like so.
Oh, that's different. We'll do that.
The European Championships, I've said this to you before. When you're going to that
It's
competition,
Louis' needle. Look.
you'll know exactly the movements you're going to do, and you'll know the ones you're definitely not going to do. You're not going to do handstand push-ups.
He can't do them anyway.
You're not going to run.
Like me.
Oh, but they'll run all day.
I mean, they're not going to program
but
it because
they're
they
going
can't.
Yeah, you know what's ahead of you.
Exactly.
You know what's ahead of
You should be going to a
KG,
competition that basically you have no idea what they could throw at you.
The above, is that,
Do you know what I'm
that's the
saying?
idea of it,
When
yeah.
you know certain locations of competitions, you know exactly what you're going to do. And the European Championships is definitely one.
They have a rig, they have a floor,
But they have
That's what I like. I'm not blowing me on horn.
maybe
or
one
anything like
sheet.
that. But
that's what I'm
I
saying.
like about our place that we have a track, we have various different locations, we have a load of different things. That we
And you can test
It's not
anything.
just- I would kill for a nice big square piece of concrete, so it looks like an arena and all that. But I think that we can test a lot more in the venue that we have.
Yeah.
I know that the rig is right next to the lifting platform, but we're still able to do a lot more.
Do you remember?
Yeah.
Do you
One of-
remember?
one of the best
Do you
things
remember you done here? Well, you hear this program. Remember he done? You were there. He done Fran into a 500 row into a 400 run.
Yes, that's the one Rob did in his box house, wasn't it?
No, that was the one we done first.
No, that was one Rob did in his boxers.
He
Oh
did,
yeah,
he did it.
the worst workout of all time. Vomiting everywhere. You come into Jackson, slap me and Rob on the back, and I remember. And
You did a Fran.
you do Fran,
You did
6-minute
a
cap.
1 minute rest.
6-minute cap on Fran,
1 minute rest after
1
the 6
minute
minutes.
rest, and then a 500-meter
Row
row, 400
and a
meter
400
What
meter.
were the Fran times? in
Three
that?
scores. It was fast, lads.
the
Three
fast, we're off
scores.
that.
There were
There
two
was
30s.
some-
Which way did you score that? Which way did you score that?
3 workouts.
Two separate.
Three
workouts.
scores.
Was it 3 separate workouts?
No, it's for
Two-
time.
two
Two separate. The row and the run was together, wasn't it?
Two different times.
Now I'm telling you now,
Oh, the row and run were one time.
Like start the boat race.
Straight in.
That was
you
the
do Fran,
worst.
right?
I
You
won
do
the rest.
Fran, if you have whatever left, if you do Fran in 3 minutes, you have 3 minutes to rest plus a minute.
You have 4 minutes, yeah.
Jump on a row, 500-meter row, 400-meter run.
It was
Lovely, lad.
dog.
Bring it back,
Vomiting
Tom.
everywhere for an hour.
Hey, you might see that again sometime.
Yeah, I love
No, that's why I don't do it anymore. 5 years was
There's a few
enough.
questionable lockouts
But
on the video.
But I think that goes back to what I'm saying is like you shouldn't be able to predict exactly what you're going to do in a competition. You should be going there thinking I could be doing anything here. That's what CrossFit is.
Great. I love that stuff.
Yeah,
Tom, we
it
did
is like
one down in CrossFit Dungarvan, wasn't it? About first year, about 3 or 4 years ago.
Yeah.
Your Trevor,
2017.
Brendan, yourself, and I, and we hadn't a clue what was happening. We actually hadn't a clue. I remember going in and kind of going, whatever. And it was the less stressed I've ever been going to do a comp as well, because I didn't care.
Yeah, it's great,
what came up, because you weren't stressing. Oh, there's going to be a 60-kilo bar. I have to be able to hold on to it for the 21 reps before I can drop it in the snatch to move to the next one. And the first workout there was 50 wall balls, 40 burpees, 30-calorie row, and then a 200-meter run around the car park. And I was there kind of going,
That's a good one.
I was kind of going, maybe everyone will do 20 wall balls or 30 wall balls, take a little break. Next thing, Brendan was there, Tom was there. I was like, you're holding on to the ball. Okay, so you have to hold on to the ball. And next thing, he got hammered the wall ball. I'll never forget him bouncing himself off the ground to do these burpees. I was like, oh, there's no breaks here, okay. So straight down into burpees. And then onto the row, I didn't know how to row. I think I was just like, I had the front of the row bouncing up and down on the ground like an Egypt. Didn't know how to put the power down.
Morris Farmer, boy.
And then Brendan goes out the door, and next thing you have just hear him breathing after you when you're trying to run. So you're going to run when he's chasing you, like. But it was just nicest work competition ever. Like it was.
Yeah, it's
just-
good when
You
you.
got the 1, 2, 3 on that.
Let's finish out quarter 3.
Yeah, come on.
Celtic Series. Are we going to see the Celtic Series come back?
I think.
Adam,
Right, we start from this side and we go down the way.
Yeah.
No.
So the Celtic Series. It was it was a great competition. I did it. I enjoyed it. But somewhere along the line, the organizer, shout out to Fitz, got a little bit skewed with I think the finances, and he made a balls of things. I'd love to see it again. If you're listening, Al, do it again, resurrect it or whatever. Pay back your debts first, and then do it. But I would like to see it again. I think it was a good competition.
Great venue.
What do you think?
That
Kev?
venue was brilliant.
Myself.
National race.
Yeah, look, whatever it
Great
is.
venue.
I like Alfits, but whatever, like that's whatever's going on with him is his own thing.
Nice little
But
format, isn't it?
Adam Kramer is now hosting the Dublin Throwdown in that venue.
Oh, he's doing that venue.
So
Okay, shout out to
Adam Kramer, Adam Sound. So basically,
He has 14 kids.
Is that
no,
Kramer.
the Kramer has a few kids. No, what I mean is he obviously seen an opportunity there, And he's after realising that people loved going to that arena, and now he's renting it out and he's trying to get his comp busier. Fair play to him.
Kramer has so many
It's a big
kids,
step,
he had to
though.
build
That's
a
a big-
house
it's a
out
big
his back for the extra kids.
See the
So
Celtic
3 or 4 of the kids live in the backyard in a wooden house.
He still gets,
We have to stop. Look, I don't mind the
he
joke.
still gets
This
it
is very
done. He
personal.
still gets it done.
you go back to the Celtic series.
Shout out, you
You're
heard
a
me hear
mad
this first.
bastard.
Kramer's missus is expecting triplets now next year.
Jesus.
When you go back to the Celtic series, for me, it started off well.
Yeah.
When you turned up, and it was like,
Yeah,
it was too much.
Yeah,
Everything was
yeah.
happening. You're like, what is going on?
Yeah, and Fitzy going around eating the burger, yeah.
Did anybody? I don't think anybody. It's
true.
The Celtic tribe has the one that we did.
Mike,
He had kayaking and everything in it.
He tried to do one as well that was like a decathlon.
John, what did you do?
Of the Celtic series. Yeah, no. It was
Not Celtic, Celtic.
Celtic. Sorry. What way am I meant to be saying it?
John won that about 8 times intermediate. John won that 8 times intermediate.
All seriousness.
I don't know if I did.
All seriousness. What was the longest test in the Celtic series?
I only done
7 minutes.
2 minutes.
Was it not the 4K run? Wasn't there a 4K
Actually, the
run?
worst workout I ever did in my life was in that Celtic series. It was a load of 70 kilo D balls while wearing a vest, and then a load of muscle
On
ups and
one
stuff.
leg.
Yeah, and I actually thought I was going to die. Yeah, and it was about 25 degrees.
Oh, that's the one he paid your Richie to come over.
Yeah,
He paid your
and
man
he
to come over.
pulled, your man Richie pulled the weight vest off me at the end when I was like dying on the ground. I thought I was going to die. And everybody from our gym was there,
Shout out
and
to
they
Al.
still never let me live it down.
Shout out,
Al hit Fitz again. Al Fitz again. Here, hang on. Right.
Right, moving on.
Filthy
Silent Gym. Concept 2, Silent Gym. Who wrote this stuff?
You're going to be the new Concept 2 agent.
See, because you're so far away from everything, I have not one clue what the half this means. Honestly, I have no idea.
Michael,
I landed back from Australia and you were all joking about this 142 crap, and I had no notion what anybody was talking about.
Al,
Now all
what
this
is the
stuff-
silent gym?
I actually don't know what the Silent Gym was, but I don't think it exists now.
Is it existing or whatever? Or is it kaput?
Don't think there's any gear in left.
Oh, that's it.
What kind of gear?
I was like, what's here? Right. It goes back. Right, the filthy 150. Right, here, give us that time. My nephew wants his, what's that thing called?
Tarragon.
Terragun. He came toward, broke his bollocks. They all want the Terraguns. Who else is out shit off the filthy 150? Everyone. Michael Wells, look at this.
I haven't got my
Oh,
prize.
Michael and Dorina and Jamie are lovely. Give up the prizes. Yeah. Why? What do you want? What do you want?
What? Hang on. Back it up on
Do I take membership and leave the door shut in my gym? No. The door's fucking out. So you pay, you do it, you get your prize. Serious prizes. That was the problem. I was like, I'll be getting them.
We want a concept bike. We want a
yours?
concept
Did you
bike
get
and
yours?
four
we
pairs of
haven't, we
nanos.
haven't received it yet. I'm sure it's going to come though. I'm sure it's going to.
Fuck that. Where is it? Where was the
Well,
filthy?
we contacted
5
them.
weeks ago or something.
5 weeks ago. Can you remember 5 weeks ago?
Yeah, remember
I can't fucking remember. Yeah, were you sore? Where's your
But
prize?
again, I'll
Where's
go
your
back.
prize?
Here's,
The holes in his shoes and everything.
I think that's where maybe like the
John have to still have the holes in his shoes from the filthy.
I hope John's getting a pair of Metcons, is he?
I think, to be honest, that's where they'll probably fix for next year. Maybe have them there. The
Why
prizes.
would you not have them there?
Did you win it then?
We won the Masters. We won a Concept 2 bike, and we won a pair of
that going
nanos
for you?
each. The bike's going real.
Where-
I'm actually going really fast in that bike.
Where's the
Like-
bike? Did he get the bike?
It's not actually doing anything. Yeah. So Nikki actually gave us money towards the bike, and she's taking it herself.
Sell it.
Who's Nicky?
Nikki Gardner. She's just recently a master. She's recently a master as well, which is quite competitive too. So yeah. So but we haven't received anything yet. No, we haven't received anything yet.
They need to get their act together. And then what's the last thing? 2020.
Oh no, we finished one filthy.
Are we finished already? What you want to say?
As a sanctional, but savage.
Oh, amazing.
Unbelievable.
Oh,
Lads,
brilliant.
Before we say that more,
Yeah.
shout out to Dorina and
Thought it was
Jamie.
brilliant.
Yeah.
An amazing
Yeah, give them an
event.
applause there.
Absolutely amazing event. Bringing international CrossFit to Ireland is a fantastic thing. To organise something like that, lads, is
The venue was
a massive
insane.
thing. Like,
Yes.
make you know about organising like a small competition. It's so stressful, isn't it?
They ran the
See,
workouts.
the
To do something
the
on that
actual-
scale is
like,
amazing.
see, the thing that impressed me the most was like they had us on in the morning. I'll talk like at the elite and all that, but no, see, like having everything over on time, even like I think something
Yeah,
was-
scheduled down
was
to
the
the
bike
last.
and run was delayed
Time,
15 minutes,
on time.
still finished on time.
Always did finish on
You
time.
know exactly where you're going to be. You know when you can go.
With the weather too, like
Yeah.
unbelievable.
Unreal.
You look. I watched the Dubai Championships last week.
Yeah.
You can see the difference where someone pays for the stream.
Yeah.
And they don't put the money into the stream. Like I guarantee you, there was more people watching Filthy 150 probably than watching Dream.
Lads, that was one of the best streams I've ever seen.
Even when you were there,
The footage was.
were you there on this? What day did the rope climb on? Is it Saturday? Were you there then in the morning? And you could sit in the arena and you could literally watch the TV.
It was freezing cold. I sat
Oh, it was brilliant! Like, it was really good. Like, really
Like,
good.
Dubai thing is great to be able to throw money around the place.
Yeah.
And,
That's
like,
all that-
and I would
Yes.
have said Jamie and Darina would have had a fairly tight budget and everything would have had to come in on them and
That's
people
why there's
helped
no
them.
prizes.
That's why people come in. But like, you were never not entertaining the stream. The stream was never awkward. The stream was never anything like that.
I seen the arena going around cleaning up and all. Like,
I actually witnessed her emptying the bins herself.
Actually, I can shed a light on that.
Yeah.
Apparently, on the Friday, all the bins, and obviously you can imagine a mess. Apparently, the cleaners that were supposed to do it let her down last minute. Apparently, and she went round fair play and just
fair play.
literally.
we can
got
joke
everything
about the
sorted, like-
prizes, not.
Oh, no,
Like,
still.
at the end of the day, they put their heart and soul into it, and I'm sure the whole prize thing. They have to wait for the prizes too.
Can I be honest? On the prize thing, to be honest, it's probably the one thing that if they're getting the prizes sponsored, they're so relaxed with it. They say, "Do you know what? That's not our problem."
Yeah.
True.
If that makes sense. As far as I think Reebok put up the spot. Like whenever everywhere you seen it was just
What
Reebok.
about the money, do you think?
That's it's Reebok apparently, or the prize person apparently. Yeah.
Coming from a spectator's point of view with the Filthy, and after having been at a couple of regionals over in Spain and going to watch, I thought it was brilliant. Like there was only two male heats, there was two female heats, and then like I was out there on the Friday. I met yourself on the Friday, Saturday and Sunday. We went to watching, like, you know, these guys that you're looking at on Instagram are on your doorstep. Like, go down and watch them.
How
Like,
good would it be?
was amazing.
How the likes of May, June, or July?
Yeah, they were seriously unlucky with the weather.
As a venue, like, you know.
No, not July.
I think
But like the rope workout, as good as it is, it kind of overshadowed the whole thing a small bit because a lot of people.
Fucked a lot of places up as well.
But like, you could have that in August, and the same thing could happen here.
But I think
Could have done it inside.
here's a problem as well with that.
That's going to make you
with,
say earlier about
air runners.
someone's competition. I'm not good at to run. Well, this is
Do you know
where
what?
the weather is.
I know, yeah.
gotta adapt to
All the elements, just the elements for
Do you know
everyone.
what? Do you know what as well? To be honest, right? Here's the thing about it as well. You could say the ropes were left out from. I think we landed on the.
They were definitely on the Friday night.
They were there the whole time. So do you know what? You can say it did mess things up, but everybody had the same experience.
Oh, yeah.
Exactly. Yeah.
So like it's different if it was like the first heat was out and it was sunny, and then it started to rain. Everybody was. Now I do believe they should have had
Can
May,
it be over the top of it?
or even just the contingency plan or whatever to go inside.
Canopy was on top.
There was ropes inside.
ropes hanging
There
off,
was,
right?
yeah. But I
That's
think-
what me and Shane talked about on the podcast, was that everyone had to deal with wet ropes.
Do you know? Can I be honest? What the
Everyone had to
problem
deal
was?
with
Do
wet
you know what I
ropes.
think the problem was? Honestly, my genuine opinion. I done the workout myself in Crossland, and I ran 400 meters. The run was only about 200 meters. So see the difference. See the difference in your rest from 200 meters to 400 meters, and you're back on. Because the instinct is for them guys is to get back on the rope. The rip goes so quick because they're not getting enough rest. When they practiced that, it was named as a 400 meter run.
The most I'd say it was about 250.
Honestly, it was nowhere near.
Michael,
like-
did you use a fake rope or a real rope, Michael?
But it is. It's a massive. It's a.
Was
I-
it that? So was there
I used a dry rope.
fake rope, dry rope, or real rope?
My rope, but no, 15 foot to me's here. So like I just climbed to the top.
I
of the
done it.
rocks.
It was 14.2 foot for me. I love it. Look at me now. I got me again. Look, it's twice.
But yeah, for me,
I'm not good with hunting here.
it was 15 foot.
85 foot.
It was 15
It
foot.
was 15 foot.
I think it was. No, it was 14.2 feet.
That's official, lads.
14.2.
But I think, and I think they'll always keep it that time of year because I think what's going to attract the best is it's the first time.
Being first, being first.
Relax.
That's That's a golden opportunity for people to come to a place where they mightn't necessarily be up against the best of the best and qualify.
Like what was it Sam Briggs made in Dubai last year? 100,000 for the weekend. Wow.
That's unreal. Did you make that?
Matt Fraser
Matt
made
Fraser.
40 grand on one workout. Matt Fraser did a few sprints and won 30 grand.
Right, so open 2020. Are we talking about that, or is
Open
this
2020.
Open 2020, lads, right? So in
The year 2020, basically.
so it's the second time we're going to see it in October. Who's doing it?
Oh no, we're talking about the winners.
You mean the winners of this year or
Sure,
the next
we
one?
may shout out
Oh,
Petey.
2020 is the next one. Yeah, we'll shout out to Petey. So this year, right? In my opinion, and again, no disrespect to any of the rest of the lads, it was the return of the king. I think that Petey has been at the top for a good few years now, and the only reason he wasn't at the top last year, obviously he didn't participate, was because he was injured. I think, and again, no disrespect to Mick or any of the rest of the lads, that he could be the best male athlete that we've ever had. And I think this year it showed it, coming back from such adversity with the injuries and all that kind of stuff, and he still went and he won the championship.
Am I not right in saying
Now-
in regionals with all the drug tests and all coming back that he not finished the high? What it comes?
Tenth.
No, he was
Tenth.
no.
He went to 8, but he was officially 10th.
Okay,
That's
he got bumped up, Mick, did he?
That's massive. like.
Okay,
Is
there
that
you
the
go.
best
So
ever? Well,
Petey
Irish
actually
athlete,
finished
meal.
8th in regionals the last time he did it.
That's
So
the best
again,
meal ever.
return of the king. It's nice to see him back. I'm delighted to have him. And you know what it is about Petey has a very endearing quality that he's not boastful. He's not up all
But he doesn't
on
put anything in
Instagram
it.
the
He
whole
doesn't put
time.
stuff up at all.
Doesn't
You know
do
what I mean?
it.
He's very good,
Doesn't
like-
do it, man. We said it on the podcast.
And he works full time on a desk at a desk all day. That's hard going. You know, he's not looked after like he
It's a good,
looks after himself.
success story. Like,
Yeah, I think so.
He's a gen- he's a gen-
Everyone likes a comeback story, and that's
Like
probably
Jamie probably deserves a good comeback story too. Like Jamie
Heaton's an animal.
will probably get somewhere in the sanction.
He's an
Well, he
animal.
missed out by
I'd
one
love to
spot.
see
He
Jamie
missed
go
by one spot,
He'll
yeah.
definitely get some sort of sanction.
I mean, he's won the
But
first
am I not right in saying
Yeah.
with the Italian with the Italian, right? So see the way he missed out by one spot. The only reason then that he didn't go, if they had Krenikov sorted earlier for not going, he would have got that spot. Isn't that right?
Jamie would have.
So it was too late. It was too late in the year to hand it back.
Yeah.
But it was too late to hand. It was too late to hand it
There's
back.
still a spot for you at the games though for
Yeah.
someone else. Yeah.
So it would have went to him on countbacks only for he was so late in getting the visa declared.
Please, baby Jesus, send Jamie to the game.
He put it in. He put it in.
But PD, like, oh
He's
man,
on team now. He was at the pro.
I saw that.
Yeah, he was probably
I
finished
think
second at the
I think
150.
realistically, his best chance of getting to the games is on a team.
This year. No, I don't know.
This year, no, he's young. He's only 20. What's he?
like if you look at the sanction line in Dubai,
29.
who got the game spot in the meal? Like fifth, sixth?
No, Profakowski, he won it.
No. Aye, but it was going. No, he's getting the open though.
He gets bumped up in the open now.
Aye, but
does
that's
he?
so was it fifth?
It's
Actually, no,
Toda.
they're still
Fifth
looking
or
if he
sixth,
gets
was
in.
it?
Seventh, I think he was.
So he was seventh. So if you have seventh in Dubai now, Dubai's field is stacked because of the money.
This is very early on in the season.
That's what I'm saying.
We have the whole. We've
So like,
24.
when was the
25
Italian one?
That's that guy Tola. He cleaned
The sanction every weekend. Or something.
But the Italian one last year was late.
He's got to
So
be
like if he
right
say
now.
does that again, like I'm pretty sure Dubai is early. The person finished seventh.
So we're already at 7.
Yeah, yeah.
We still
Mad.
have another 24 sanctions.
That's
I can
mad.
guarantee you we'll have at least
I
one,
think
if
so.
not 2, males.
Yeah, I'd say so.
Where did Jamie finish in the Italian one? It was high enough up.
Will we ever see two Irish men?
I think this year.
Will we ever see two Irish
Line
males?
qualifier.
I think the two. I think
March.
maybe
March.
Jamie
I
and
didn't
Mikey
finish
Smith.
open, so I'm
No,
not-
no, Sam obviously, hopefully, but
Yeah.
at the moment, I think Jamie and Mikey Smith if next year because PD I think is.
Here's a question for you then, going back to what Morris saying. Will Amanda make it through the online qualifiers?
Online qualifiers coming off.
I don't know, is she?
Where did she finish overall
Overall,
in the world? 35 to 39.
35.
I know that she was up in the.
Top 100.
Oh yeah.
Oh, no,
she
higher
was-
than
she
that. Oh,
was
no.
like in
We've
the
also
top-
got.
20, no?
20 or
Wasn't it
something.
25th or
There's
something?
there's what?
Mine was higher.
I think she's a real possibility, right? But there's a lot of good girls, and they're after cutting it to 10 over the last couple of years.
Can I be honest? What
Top
kills you?
10 is very strong.
See,
lads.
for me, what I found in the online qualifiers that is the absolute game changer is realistically with the games experience them people have. See, doing those heavy workouts in 4 days is mental.
Mick, would you say that a lot of the top 10 on the online qualifiers have been to the games already? Is that the difference? You know what I mean? Is it like
It is now
an
because
experience
Masters-
thing?
Yeah.
It is now because the Masters now.
Oh yeah.
like,
What's your
Like
You're
your
getting
your anchor,
Nick, your anchor.
your anchor.
Yeah,
like
your
what?
anchor.
Neil Maddox.
yeah.
All that kind
You,
of stuff.
no, you won. Shout out to Neil Lafferty's woman, Jojo. Is it McConnell? Or she came second in the world in Masters. Jojo.
Oh, I seen that. I
I
seen
don't know.
that.
She's a master. I don't know what age she
Fuck,
is.
must be 40, but
50 to 55.
Yeah, I-
whatever it
maybe.
is.
In the
mad.
world. She's doing ring muscle ups.
But like I think
We've also got Priscilla. No, Priscilla, the judges for you.
90.
Priscilla's in a good spot as well.
What's her name?
Jojo.
Shout out to Jojo, she's not 90.
I think that there was a. Did you see the online qualifiers? There was heavy barbell shoulder overhead, and it was ring muscle ups. And I think your anchor done it in like 7 minutes, something ridiculous.
No barbell is heavy enough for him though.
But that's yeah.
actually a monster.
But what I mean is like when it comes.
finish on the podium in 12 or 13.
He won it. He won the Masters.
No, but he didn't get on the podium at all.
in-
And,
against Froning and the boys, like, you know.
did he?
He was on the podium,
Not
wasn't
sure.
I was close enough to it. I don't
Yeah.
know.
So
He had one really good year.
Kyle Kassenberg, that's who I'm thinking of.
I think for Amanda,
Mm.
maybe, and I'd hate saying anything's a problem. I think the biggest challenge she'll face, it's 5 workouts and 4 days.
Yeah.
That's massive volume, and it's heavy,
And size again, herbs.
Yeah.
Herbs are going to affect me.
She'll go in and she'll hit it, and she'll do.
That's where she
do her
excels.
The
best.
confidence should be there for finishing the 5 weeks and finishing inside the top 20, so she can do it. She
Yeah.
definitely can do it, but it is tough.
Shane, you went through it there on the podcast after the Open. There was like, what, 7 Irish people now in online qualifying spots?
Yeah,
Or,
through a whole
you know,
list.
yeah. And is it Priscilla as well that does a lot of judging for you?
Priscilla's
She's in a
like top
high
fucking
position.
20 or
Top,
something
yeah,
like that.
something like that. So we could have 2 master Irish athletes going to the games again this year.
Here's like, I
you
don't
don't
know.
know?
But last year, the Masters and Teens were happening while the games was on, obviously, and there was not any opportunity to see any of
Yeah,
it.
I think it's the same.
yeah.
Which was
Whereas the
like
year two
the year,
before,
was it the year before or 2 years before? Like when Toig was on,
yeah.
you could actually go on and
It's the same now, but
watch.
it's the same. They're keeping it the same.
Yeah, like
But see, that's the media team. They've obviously cut
Yeah.
everything down, like so. It's stripped
it
that
doesn't
back
really
down.
give you.
I think separate like companies and promotions are doing it though. Like CrossFit released this like feed of the CrossFit
Yeah.
games, and you
Yeah.
can like take it yourself.
Yeah, but are they all going to take it and just use it for their own, like
Yeah, it's like
They're giving that
morning
opportunity.
chalk
They're
up.
giving- yeah.
Is it? And like who had? No, someone had like the best stream. Rogue, they do the best one because
Yeah,
they have like
yeah.
the boys
That's
and
a
Sean
good
and
one, yeah.
See, like going back to the online qualifiers as well. I think what a big thing that we don't look at. Did you make it, Al? No. For 40 day.
Right, come on, I have to go home.
Here, right, one more. See, on the online qualifiers, what I think is a massive. You would have to look at stats and stuff like that, but you're cutting down to 200. There's still people outside the top 200 have sort of made up for your scores in certain workouts that you're strong at. So then, whenever you take them people out, if you're getting a workout again that you're strong at, they're no longer there. They take points off the other people. So, if that makes sense.
I think that's Annavar.
So here, I want to ask a question. Why is Kevin Claxton famous for CrossFit when he doesn't CrossFit?
That's an amazing question.
Here's a proper question. What do you bring to the community?
I bring the community. I bring the community. Remember, we hated you. Remember, we went to kill you. Remember?
I'm in the community all the time. I pay my
just
fees.
'cause you pay our
we
fees
pay
doesn't
our
mean you're in the
fees.
community. Just because you have a full license doesn't mean you're a good driver, Alan. Do you know what I mean? Like, what you want? No. I am the community.
You are at best a TRX instructor.
I am the real. I'm the real. Oh, spin.
He sold the bikes.
Bike X. I am the real, normal person that does CrossFit. I'm not going to games, but people.
Right. Okay.
Okay.
I'll ask a better question. When are you starting CrossFit?
I am doing cross. Listen, I done a competition with you, and you came last. Then you went on steroids, and now you're winning competitions. Now I commend you for that. Do you know why? You took the plunge. You take
Yeah.
the stick. You
I'm
do
the
it,
only person
you
I
eat the
know
meal.
that takes steroids and is anorexic.
No, you're anorexic now because you're off a cycle. I'm not getting into it with you. I'm not talking about steroid cycles. I'm not talking about steroid cycles. No. Look, isn't CrossFit great? I've never met you.
Oh yeah,
That's
but
pretty good.
here's
I'd have never met Burnell. We hated Burnell. Me and Rob Flanagan hated him. Hated him.
I'm gonna bring it back to my experience
He
of how.
drove a Mini Cooper. He's 6'10".
I didn't drive a Mini Cooper.
You drove your board's Mini Cooper to a competition in Bray. Don't start lying to me.
But I think.
There you are. I don't lie.
But it's great. It's great for these experiences. I remember coming into this gym on that year that the clean and jerk was on in here. I walked in with my bag with my wee boy, and there was a fella with me. Nobody spoke to me.
Okay.
Not a being spoke to me. I sat me on. The only time somebody spoke to me was when I won the deadlift and burpee workout, the 21:15.9. I think I beat Rob by like half a second.
All right. Where
You were all asking me, "Oh, what are you training? How's it going?"
I think you definitely have to earn respect in this
I
community.
still haven't
won't
got
you?
respect that prick.
You'll never earn respect from him. Never earn respect.
I respect you.
Oh, here we go.
I respect you.
Yes.
For a man of your size, which isn't very big. I respect it. I respect any dwarf, midget size, poisoned elf.
I think Claxton has some kind of a shortophobia kind of going on or something like that. Height to stay. As in he discriminates against people who are not above 5'10".
Do you know what going on this?
He goes.
better than them.
This workout. Nah,
They're all
he goes.
steroids.
This workout now in the European Championships. It's a row into ring muscle ups and thrusters. Ring muscle ups and thrusters are for dwarfs. Like gymnasts. You're a bit like a little gymnast.
What do you want?
Respect.
Right, so we've just
Being
done
me.
Now, you're talking about the dwarfs here, right? We've just done a workout, right? with 50 wall balls,
Yeah. Tall man exercise.
40 calorie ski,
Tall man exercise.
okay?
Yeah.
Dumbbell snatches,
Dwarf.
okay? And box jump
You
overs.
needed a ladder.
Exactly, so for taller people.
Bar muscle ups.
How did that go for you?
Dwarfs. We didn't mention the bar muscle ups. 15 unbroken you done because you weigh 51 kilo. 51 kilo. I've done that in 10 minutes
He get
flat.
time capped
I'm a
and there's no
101
time cap.
kilo gorilla.
There's no
Morris
time
train
cap.
what? Once a month.
Who's training once a month? Who's training once a month? Well, who is? What are we talking
Dave
about?
Morris. Train once
What-
a month.
what's this got to
You
do
train
with-
3 times a day
I train once a day
for 3 hours.
for 90 minutes.
See, going back on your dwarf thing, did you actually listen to the podcast we talk on Elite Fitness with your guy friend that does the stats? It's intriguing. Do you know the way the cuts this year?
How does he have time to do all this? He's 50 kids.
When you're driving for 6 hours, you've nothing else to do.
Tires
Holy
on
shit.
I'm making a citizen's arrest. The tires on your car are bald.
But they were talking about this,
The
right?
tires are bald. Months.
They were talking about
Months.
the average height of a male and weight of the male
Don't
in
start
years
making
gone
me
by.
laugh now.
And then they were talking about the average height of them from the cuts.
Go
and
on.
it dropped massively because they were done at the wrong time with a different programming. And it's all,
Yeah.
But yeah, CrossFit
for
has,
midgets.
it's completely changed. You
Yeah.
can't say it anymore. You can't say it anymore.
Why?
So,
Who?
there's
people-
more respect to PD because he
No.
defies the odds.
Exactly. You have people now.
is Petey? About 105.
Oh, God.
He's a big boy.
Do you know the story?
What
PD,
weight down
you know the true story about PD? You know,
the one who-
PD
he must be
Savage
100 kilos.
was put on a diet.
Brunel.
Brunel.
He's about 19.
No,
Brunel.
I've never seen him. I've never seen him in person. so- but
PD
he
Savage. PD Savage was put on a diet by Neil. No, this is true.
looks like
He
6
gained
kilos.
muscle. He gained muscle.
PD's just got
Anabolic. He's just anabolic.
He must have some flute.
But what I'm saying is, Kev, right? The difference is, Kev, right? See, when you land in here and take your vitamins and your energy drinks and your pizza, there's people who don't do that. It's not because they're taking steroids then when they go past you.
Are we talking about steroids again now?
Yeah.
What are we doing here?
Anytime anybody beats,
PD's not on steroids.
I don't think
oh no,
that.
no,
Listen
you,
to this
no,
one.
no, no.
What did he take?
I think CrossFit is different than all the other sports in the whole world. I think everyone that does CrossFit is 100% clean and no one takes anything illegally. How about that?
Yeah.
I think
CrossFit is,
drunk.
It's all about community.
I think Tom is drunk and Alan Burnell also takes steroids.
and here's another problem I think as well. How, in the name of God,
Hashtag TRT.
see with financial statuses now at the minute and people getting money off claims and stuff, how has he not been taken up for slander? Like honestly.
Slander.
Like,
Well,
seriously, the stuff that man puts on his Instagram, I have seen.
Oh, here. Do you know? Remember I was calling you a president?
Yeah,
Like one of the times.
you come up north, you're dead.
Yeah.
You're fucked.
That was taken. I got a message off Instagram. This says, no, we can't be putting this up.
Do you know why I don't? Do you know why I don't?
No. They tried to take me up.
Do you know the way like we would carry on?
Yeah.
I don't like it's banter, like, but I do have people come into me, saying, "Hey,
Oh yeah.
how does he get away with
I've
saying
seen
that?"
myself. I'm like, how is he?
And I don't
just
think
don't
about
really
it.
think about it.
But
The
here's
Black
thing.
Friday thing was hilarious. I know Luke is all right about it, but fucking Jamie's missus was fucking ridiculous.
But you know what he's going to do then? He was then going to do
Mark my words now. There's
Yellow
definitely.
Wednesday. Tammy Goff. Yellow Wednesday. Filipino. Bang. Done.
Mark my words, there's definitely people being struck off or been in court for less than what you've done.
Yeah.
For a fact.
And it can come back to you.
Oh, big time.
I don't care.
It's on your.
Instagram stories.
I don't care. What can happen?
You're right too until you go down.
You can't take off.
What are they going to...
Someone that's not.
You can come into my man and dad's house and take that bed, yeah? I don't care. I sleep in the middle of them. I don't take your baby. Have you ever woke up beside your mum and dad in bed? Come back to me when you've done that. See if you've really lived your life. How is he not done for fraud? Go fund me. Go fucking fund me. Fraud. Smashed. No tours on his car. He's that mean. He won't buy tours. He puts chains on.
Have you got any questions?
Yeah, lads. No, but you know something? There was a couple of questions, but they're not even worth repeating. I think,
Come on. No.
I think we've covered everything. There was a couple 142 kilos questions, but we're not going to get into that right here now.
I have a question.
That's unfortunate.
I have a question. 2021, it's very early, but 2021 open.
Yes.
We'll start from here and we'll go this way. I want your.
21.
I don't,
Okay, next
I don't think there's a point in picking a female winner. It picks itself.
Right. Yeah.
I want your male winner.
Well, why not?
So out the limb now, just put it out there.
Go on, Al. Take it home, baby.
Sam Stewart.
PD Savage or Sam Stewart, but I think PD Savage.
I think Jamie.
Give a little reason as well, lad. Give a little smoke about it.
Okay, I listened to a podcast on the way down, and it was Neil Lafferty's podcast with podcast of the day or something. And he talked about Mikey Smith.
Shout out to that.
Wizard.
Wizard
Neil Laffin.
podcast.
Neil Laffin. What's the name of the
name of
podcast?
the
Brian?
Podcast POD, podcast of the day or something.
Shout out the podcast of the day.
And Neil was talking about Mikey having a hangover after the games. Now, the games between the Open and the games was a lot shorter, but you come from such a high and you come away from it. You kind of go, okay, if I achieved that goal, do I really want to go there again? Was it that good? It's like meeting one of your heroes. Was he that good? Was it worth it doing all that? So like you look at PD and the effort he's going to put in. At some point, he's going to have to kind of go, right, I made €4 off CrossFit this year. And
What age is Petey?
29.
There's only 1 year away now. Remember that.
Sorry, Al.
yeah, but I've made €4 doing CrossFit. I really need to start like working properly.
My life here.
Yeah, because it consumes you. So that's why I would say, year on year, it's going to be very hard to return.
Has to be a change, a guard.
Yeah.
Shannon, what do you think, brother?
Probably leaning more towards Sam,
Sam is a chap.
because Sam has kind of everything going for him, I suppose. You know what I mean? Like
Sam live with his ma?
I know he works in the gym.
Shout out to Maz.
He works in CrossFit Ireland. He's
Shout out to all the man.
pretty sure.
Heavy D.
Pretty sure. I think Sam's only 22 years old. He's after going to a sanction over the weekend. He's just getting experience. So. Yeah.
That's why he said heavy D.
If you think of Sam Stewart by the age of 25 even. He went to
How old is Sam now?
He's only 22 now, I think. So yeah.
Is that all he is?
I think so. I don't think he's even older than that.
He's 23.
He could be 23.
Yeah, he's only 23.
Yeah. So you think by the time he's 25, 26, like what he's going to have under his belt, it's just experience. Going to Dubai, and I think he went to one in Canada, done really well, podium to that as well. So if not next year, the year after for sure, Sam.
For me, why I picked Jamie was probably more for heart reasons than anything else. I think just when you watch from where he was, when I remember looking at his first video he put up with his shoulder, it looked like something out of Beetlejuice. Yeah. And I don't mean that in a bad way. It was like, oh my, how is he going to come back from this? And I think I do think Sam will get there. Like I know with PD going there now as well. I just think if there ever was one person to get there, what a story that would be. It's kind of the same as what PD is now as well, what you're talking about. And I just think he's a phenomenal athlete, and he just seems like when you're watching his videos, he does a lift, he claps. All those wee things you look at, and like I don't really know the fella, but he looks like a good guy. Yeah. So, and for him to come back to where he is now from what he had, I think is just somebody I would like to see. Not that I don't want the other guys to do it. I think Sam will do it only just because of the age. I just think I would like. What age is Jamie now?
29? No.
Jamie?
6, I think.
Oh, well, sure, he's young as well. So I would just put Jamie just on that, just for me. I think he climbed a wee bit more this year in the Open, didn't he? I think every year just great. And I just
But he's won
Guys,
it
at
up
the
for a
end of
number
it,
of
to win the
years.
Open, to win an Open
Yeah.
is different to winning a sanctional.
Yeah.
Like it's
Totally different.
different. Like I'd say Tide would have a better chance of winning the sanction than he would have the Open.
yeah. But again, it goes back to the tests. It goes back to the test. You know what's coming, in a way.
Yeah.
So that's my reason.
Like all the names guys are throwing out are they're top. They've been there. Like as a point like you've made, I was like talking to Mickey or Michael Smith after at the 150, like, and he was just kind of, as you said, kind of bed up a little bit. I don't know. I think Michael Smith will come back up to it next year. Tide Lawless within a couple of years will.
What do you think of this year? What do you think of 2021?
If you had to put your hand,
Yeah, I have a feeling Michael Smith might take it again coming back. I think just after the first workout this year, he died. He just whatever didn't work for him.
now next year, so it's all.
Well, there you go. There's life then. Comes
Life
back
takes
with you
over,
again.
man.
I think within at least 3 years, less than 3 years or 3 years, it'll be Tide Lawless for about a year or two in a row.
do you see Tide Lawless going ahead of Sam?
If
yeah.
Tony gets his head right.
His head seems to be good. He's
gets his
young and he's
Still doing a degree. He's in college.
he's kind of still relaxed as well. I think kind of.
Once he gets a routine and
John?
Personally, I'd love to see Toy going because
Come
John Brady's holiday 2021.
Go fund him.
Shout out to GoFundMe. I'd love to see Toy going because he's a friend of mine and he's a good kid. But I would love to see Jamie going as well, just because he was on top for what maybe 3 or 4 years in a row there, and then they changed the format around, so he has to feel a bit ripped off. Like you would, wouldn't you? You'd feel like that yourself.
Would he have been before? Obviously, I know you was joking about it. See, before it changed, and obviously I come on the Irish leaderboard. Not that I'm do that, but I mean like the Mickeys, the PDs and stuff. Would he have been always top?
Grab that mic.
Yes.
Yeah, he was three years in a row straight.
what he was always
yeah,
top
he
there.
was number one.
Arminius and him.
Yeah, Arminius and him.
Shout out Arminius.
Arminius. That was gas. Is that what they say in the post office over there? Oh, yeah. What did they say in the butchers? Does that mean I would like a sausage?
Goat's cheese. Goat's cheese.
No, right.
Goat's
So
cheese.
we all messed, right? So
Cottage cheese.
obviously all the lads, right? You have Mikey Smith, all these mutants, right? I think not because he's my nephew, because he hates me, but Aaron, my nephew, could really do well if he wanted to. Now, if he wants it, that's great. But for me, I think if he gets his lifting in order, which is good anyway, Ian Golding, he can suffer. I mean, really suffer. You seen him in Waterford? Where did he come fourth? Third? I said before Waterford, Ian Golding. I said Ian Golding. And I remember him hurting in like workouts. We'd be finished and sitting in the corner like laughing, and he'd be hurting himself like going. He can really hurt, like really hurt. But his lifting just needs to be a bit better. But he has Jamie there, and you want to check these boys out training. You want to check these boys out training. When the workout's going on, they're changing the workout on the board to make it harder. Like fuck me.
That's CrossFit now, though.
Well, that's
You have to do that.
yeah. But is Jamie with the program?
Yeah, he was on the team.
Yeah, but I don't know if he's with. I don't know if he's with them.
Isn't that
where he injured his shoulder?
Yeah.
At one of their lifting
No,
camps.
was he in this Mallorca or York?
Yeah.
I don't know. What do you think, Tom? Sorry.
I think there's kind of who I'd like to see and who I think we'll see is kind of more or less the same. I'd love to see Jamie get recognition for putting it down for years. I can remember watching him back in 2014 up at the Irish Throwdown. Who was there for that? Anyone compete? Any compete? Who's on it, Chad? No, it was. This one was in Tipperary. 14 was in Tipperary, and shout out to Colin Rolls.
And Lico.
And Aliko, yeah, he brought it up. He brought it up north in 15, but in 2014, Jamie was there. Jamie actually won it.
Jamie not won it in the North too.
He did. He won it a couple of times.
No, he was in.
And James came second.
No, he won it.
Does it have
Actually,
year we
maybe
first did
you're
it.
right.
Shout out
Maybe
to
you're
Rob,
right.
thank you.
Shout out to Robbo. Yeah.
Roseback Mountain.
Back on the scene. But I think Jamie, I would love to see him get the recognition for all the work he puts in. If he doesn't win a national championship, I'd like to see him win a sanction.
I think he'll
I'd
do.
absolutely
I
love
think
He
it.
will go
Love
to
it.
the games. I said that.
I think
He'll
so.
go this year.
Jamie.
Yeah.
So then,
Grab
see,
the mic.
He might win the sanction, but he'll get him just by
But listen to this one. But this is the caveat. Jamie has been consistently for the last couple of years coming second or third.
Yeah.
So how do you top that? You know what I mean? What's going to change this
So
year?
this-
Brexit.
He's getting older. He's getting all that kind of stuff. Brexit will change it, yeah. So I think my
Does that
prediction
change it?
is
No.
I think he's going to go again. I think Petey for the double. That's what I think.
I was going to ask that. Do you think it's possible in Ireland? So a lot of stuff you said there, Alan, about like what it takes out of you and everything else. Do you think
think he will.
that
I think he will.
because everybody's
I don't
so
think he wants
close,
to, though.
do you think it'll be like a thing where you don't see someone in Ireland win it 2, 3, 4 years in a row?
Depends on the person. Depends on their injuries.
Depends on the program.
I think PD is brilliant. He's 29 now. He's had to having loads of
The other
surgeries.
thing goes down to the experience. You go to the games and you kind of go, this is actually what I didn't think was going to be.
Is it worth it? or not?
That's what
Is it
Army
actually
said
worth it?
Army
Is it
said
it
on the
like-
podcast with us.
Like
Army
the way,
said
like the way Linda's married to you. She's like, why?
She was expecting so much more.
She was like, I
Army
deserve
got there.
more than this
Army
shit.
literally came on the podcast, and then I don't know if he's just being nice to us because Tom runs the competition, but he said he'd rather be at the IFC than literally be at the CrossFit Games, just because
Who said that?
Army on our
I
podcast.
think his-
Probably said
He
that
just
for
likes the
citizenship or
atmosphere. He
something.
likes.
It's what you
says
take away
his-
from it.
No, he says he
said that for citizenship.
His point was the fact that when he turns up the IFC, he knows he's a chance of winning. When he turns up the games, it's more I'm here for fun. It's hard to kind of.
It's a lot of work for fun.
Turning up to turn up.
Sure it
whenever
is.
you're
It's a lot of money
committed
as well.
and you're an athlete and you're somebody that's there and you're a competitor, it's hard to turn up to a competition knowing you're going to finish 40th.
Turn up for the free gear, like you know what I mean, rather than
How do you change your mentality to be okay with that?
you get a pair of nano. You go to
Turn up
CrossFit
for a
Games, you get a pair of
trophy.
nanos.
Yeah, but you know,
We'll
it's
fix
tough.
that next year, though.
But I think that's something you have to work on in a way, right? It's either going to make you think, do you know what, I'm not going to go, or I'm going to get better. I'm going to be in the top
You should say, yeah, well, I'm not going to push
Probably,
it forward.
there's probably going to be a better return of doing more sanctions over the course of the year.
there is.
Like,
Oh, massively.
Tia and Matt are still going to win the games, but Sarah Sigmadaughter is going to be the best CrossFitter of the year.
Yeah.
She's going to make the most
Most
money.
money, yeah.
She's going to have the
three
most.
sanctions.
She's going to have the biggest brand.
Yeah. She's Nike, isn't she?
Yeah. But like,
Biggest
she's going to
follow
make
on
more
social
money.
media.
She's biggest following, all
She
that.
puts herself out there more.
Yeah.
Yeah, she's more active.
So like the games will become somewhat obsolete when you have all these 28 sanctions.
Yeah. So even someone like her, when she travels to countries, like she was nearly like an Irish athlete when she came here. Like, people are in love with her. Her and Dan Bailey were almost like Irish people, the way people are screaming for her.
sales for Filthy weren't too high until they announced her. And then just
Should be
Yeah, I bet that brings it up.
Matt Fraser and Rich Ronning. I'm sure they went through their
That
roof.
fella into the games this year, Hunter, no, what's his name? The guy that was a world
Oh, he's not going back now.
No, but they put him in.
Oh, yeah,
He didn't have to do anything.
Hunter McIntyre, yeah.
Isn't that amazing? So all the battering those other bodies have taken, he didn't have to do any of that shit.
Because he was a gobshite, and I don't mean that in a bad way.
No, you're right.
Like I think when we looked at the Open, that's true though.
It's a-
I think I looked at the Open
It's a
last
bit
year.
harsh.
and
I think
like,
we need to cut the cord here.
when it comes to the elite level, like I'm a nobody. Like I boy Hunters at the games, and I beat him by like 1,000 odd spots.
There, he's bitter.
No,
Yeah,
but
You should have got the
what I mean
invite,
is-
Mick.
What I mean is, he doesn't have to worry about what he does. All he has to go over there and do is put his profile out there. I can gobshite.
He's right.
I'm not doing the
How big
training
is your
these
brand?
guys are doing.
Talks a good game though.
No, it is, yeah.
Build your brand.
He talks a great game, that
I
fella.
does.
Claxon Project, shout out Claxon Project.
Shout, lads, we have to give him a bit of credit. He probably is the best known, even though he's not the best CrossFitter in Ireland. He's the
What's your
best known
vision? What's
CrossFitter in
Claxon
Ireland.
Project's vision.
No vision. At the moment, I live at home, and that's fucking it. And then, just
What does your
no.
Tinder profile say?
I have no Tinder.
Bumble.
I don't have it.
Are you seeing anybody?
Grindr.
I am single at the
is more
moment,
Grindr.
and I am
Available.
extremely available.
You heard it here first, folks.
Every weekend.
Any men, ladies, or any kind of in between. This man is very available here at the moment, so hit us up.
What do you look for in a woman? Because we want to get
Our
you
man.
a woman.
What do you look for in a
A
woman?
lot of people wanted you on first dates. Love Island, but you have to get yourself in shape. And that's not going to happen.
Difficult thing to get in shape. Looks last 5 minutes, personality lasts a lifetime. That's all I'm saying.
Fact.
Yeah, that's it. So,
And how many days to Christmas?
what day is it today?
142.
It's 142 hours to Christmas.
Right, folks, you heard it here first. It's 3 days to Christmas. We had a fantastic day today, didn't we, lads? We had a great training session. Bowl of boss to all of you.
Wait for Mikey.
Mikey, come back out here, son. Mikey's
to do your injection now.
he's just gone in to do something suspect in the toilet. Kevin Claxton thinks that it's something illegal, possibly PEDs. I'm not sure. I'm not following him in there, so I don't know. But you never know. Hey, lads, whatever it takes to win, isn't that the goal at the end of the day? Yeah. Whatever it takes. WTF.
This used to be sponsored by whatever it takes. Now he's sponsored by Kerrigan Foods.
Shout out to Tyke. Shout out to Tyke.
It's a massive company, but like, for fuck's sake, like, come on. There you go.
He does have to eat. Everyone wants meat, lads. Yeah. Anything we want to say, lads, to wrap things up for 2019, we're about 7 days away from the end of 2019. Does anyone want to say anything special to anyone that's putting on 142 kilos instead of 100 or whatever? Or no, it's the opposite, isn't it? Or if you're selling any Concept 2 machines and they don't really exist, maybe
Good to laugh about.
yeah, it is. Lads, if you can't laugh about serious things, then
only
you have
having
no
banter.
business in
It's only
laughing at all.
banter.
People take things too seriously. They can go fuck themselves. Sick of them. Moaning about everything.
banter.
Just
Only banter.
chill out and relax. Like, yeah, if you take
Shout out to the boys.
things too seriously, fuck off.
Shout out to Deirdre for putting him up.
Shout out to Deirdre for putting me up.
We're wrapping it up now. We're closing it in.
Mickey, look how skinny
Hey!
Mick, 31st of January, we're hitting Brexit. You're going to be back paying £1.
Yeah.
Yes.
No.
Right,
See, this is the problem with the country. I don't understand voting and stuff. The country's fucked because nobody knows what they're doing. It's not my problem. I live here.
The English don't want you.
Yeah, exactly.
We
Can't-
can't afford you.
Will you still be able to spend euros?
But then you just can't do without us as well because then, like, you know,
Yeah, so what do we do?
you'd miss me, like.
Shout out to all the Northerners up there.
Shout out to the Northerners. Right,
And if there's
lads,
any
it's
Protestant
been a
friends of the show,
fantastic,
that's Kevin Claxton there. So when you see him up the north,
Right, lads. One last joke. Between Mick and Kev. Go on, you pull it, lads. Pull
Otherwise
it.
it was dwarf joke.
Pull it. We'll.
I I got Adam Kramer.
Where is it? Fucked up. There it is over there. Grab that.
You can read it for now.
No, clip it. That's your man.
Oh,
Legs up in your
where's the joke? Where's the joke?
He has it. What's the joke? Make
man put the legs up in your leg.
Right, give him the mic. Give him the mic.
Mike, give me the mic.
What does Snowman eat for breakfast?
What did the snowman eat for breakfast?
Cocaine.
Snowflakes.
Snowflakes. Way. And on that note, lads, we're going to wrap it up. A very happy Christmas and a great new year to all to all our viewers, we'd like to thank very much for tuning in for the last 11 episodes, Shane, is it? Episode number 11. We're going to try and do our best in 2020 to put on some great episodes as well. We have some fantastic guests coming up.
Hey, look, that's mixed.
I'd like to thank...
Oh, the Dukes! Oh,
There's Louis.
The lads having Louis McAllister. I can't go up on you. Oh!
Merry Christmas.
Merry Christmas.
You filthy animal.
From all of us, let's stand up, lads. We'll give them a Merry Christmas. 1, 2, 3.
Merry Christmas!
And that's a wrap, folks. Oh, God.